Over to Noblesville, Samantha Johnson has the latest on the flooding there.
Well, Matt, I can tell you it's not actively raining here right now. It does get windy from time to time, but we are on State Road 19 just west of downtown Noblesville, where it has been closed since overnight. Take a look and you can understand why. As far as the eye can see, this is just under water. You can see the park sign in the distance, almost completely submerged at this point. And we understand State Road 19, again, up until at least the Aquatic Center, if you're familiar with this part of town, underwater and closed. Safety is the biggest priority. It's impacting homes, it's impacting businesses. If you take a look to the left here, this is a business. This is Swartz Trailer Sales, the bait shop that's down here too. All morning we have seen him going and essentially rescuing these trailers because there is a small pond just on the other side and it is now washing away trucks and trailers. You can see that one U-Haul truck teetering. There's a tree behind it holding it up, but I heard the guys here say if that water gets any higher, that truck is gone. So a tow truck just arrived here on the scene to see if it could essentially rescue this trailer. Businesses doing what they can to embrace for, again, waiting for the crest of the White River here in Noblesville. We are joined by Noblesville Mayor Chris Jensen. Thank you for being here. I know it's been a busy morning so far. Kind of walk us through the biggest priorities as of right now.
Well, you mentioned earlier, public safety is priority number one. That's our job, is to keep people safe. We have many, many roads closed in Hamilton County. We have floodplain plans that are being activated currently. We want to keep people, if they can stay home, but please stay out of the water, stay away from roads that are closed, and communicate with us if there's a need.
Noblesville schools also closed.
Yeah, Noblesville schools did. You know, you got to think about not only, luckily our schools aren't necessarily impacted the buildings themselves, but you have bus personnel, drivers, you have teachers that live in rural parts of Hamilton County that were just simply not able to get to school this morning. So certainly the right call to keep kids home today.
We're waiting on the White River to crest, expected to approach record levels. What do we do now?
Yeah, so we have a floodplain area in downtown that has had plans that we update annually. We planned for this, we trained for this, and now we're executing. If we get to a certain level, we will offer voluntary evacuations for folks in and around that area. We're implementing those plans as we speak. I know our fire department and emergency EMA are up in Riverwood, which is a community just north of Noblesville, voluntarily evacuating folks that live up there as well. Public safety is job number one. We got to keep people safe off these roads and out of the water.
And Noblesville Mayor Chris Jensen, the sign here behind us is obviously for the U-Haul trailers. It says stop, do not enter, but it feels appropriate for State Road 19. If we can show you a closer look now, you can see that water as the tow truck gets set up, just rushing from left to right, from the ponds to the waterways, all the way to the White River as this continues to rise here in Noblesville. Something we're going to continue to keep an eye on here. We will be here throughout the afternoon checking in with officials as we continue to wait and watch to see what happens here in Noblesville. The guys here at the live bait and tackle shop were telling me they haven't seen it this bad since 2003, and unfortunately it's only going to get worse. Like we mentioned, not raining at the moment, but since we've been here, the water continuing to rise. We've now seen debris and trash that's been floating through with this water as well. This guy working on the truck, there are also 4 trailers in that area that are at risk of being swept away. Again, water from the White River going towards the trailers there and potentially into a pond just behind that area. So, Anne Marie, a lot going on here. The folks at the bait and tackle shop told me they're keeping one of the U-Haul trucks handy in case they need to load it up with the merchandise inside to leave this area. Certainly something you don't want to have to plan for, but they are planning. They've got the plan and they're prepared. In fact, they even made a little makeshift boat if they need to be out on the water again today. So that's the latest from here in Noblesville. Of course, we'll continue to watch what's going to happen here as they try to get this out of the pond. Anne Marie.
All right, Sam and Mayor Jensen, thanks so much. Yes, we're seeing that Sutton's crew there work their way to make that retrieval there. Of course, the best advice is better safe than sorry. If you have things to evacuate, get on it right now and stay out of that water. It's contaminated. We don't know what's in there, and we want everybody to be safe. Sam, thanks so much. We'll check back.